They called them savages. Beasts from the ice-choked north. But what sailed from Scandinavia wasn't chaos, it was precision. Row upon row of hardened warriors, faces carved by cold winds, eyes set on glory. When the longships breached foreign shores, history bent beneath their oars. From the fjords of Norway to the burning monasteries of Lindisfarne, the Viking Age was baptized in fire. But they were not just raiders, they were poets, builders, lovers, and kings. Each raid told a story. Each conquest fed a legacy that no blade could erase. It began in the late 8th century. A single strike on English soil marked a turning point. Lindisfarne, 793. The Northumbrian monks never saw it coming. The sea had always protected them until now. The Vikings arrived like a storm with axes instead of thunder. Gold, relics, manuscripts, and blood soaked the ground. Europe awoke, trembling. But they did not stop with England. From the shores of Francia, where they would one day lay siege to Paris, to the Emerald Hills of Ireland, the Norse carved their mark. They founded Dublin with blood-stained hands and iron ambition, ruling the city as both tyrants and traitors. They came not just to take, but to stay. In the east, Swedish Vikings, Varangians, traveled the rivers of Russia. Some became kings. Others pledged themselves to Byzantium, earning renown as the feared Varangian Guard. Cloaked in steel and silence, they guarded emperors, far from the snows of their homeland. Back in the west, one name echoed louder than all, Ragnar Lothbrok. Whether man or myth, his legend moved armies. It is said he sailed across the North Sea, led daring raids across Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, and laughed at death itself when captured by King Aella of Northumbria. They say snakes devoured him in a pit, but even that could not kill the legend. His sons would avenge him with fury unmatched. Hit that like button if you are enjoying the video, really helps to support the channel. The great heathen army descended upon England in 865, united not just by blood, but by wrath. Ivar the Boneless, a commander as ruthless as he was brilliant, carved through kingdoms, forging fear into loyalty. No one knew how he stood, yet all trembled when he moved. But with power came division. The sons of Ragnar fractured. Ivar would not live forever. And as Viking kingdoms rose, York in England, the Danelaw across Mercia, so too did betrayals. Brothers turned against brothers. Kings were crowned and dethroned with blades still warm. In Iceland, settlers carved farms from volcanic stone, chasing peace away from war. Yet even there, blood feuds burned hotter than lava. One man's honor could ignite years of vengeance. The sagas tell of love lost, oaths broken, and warriors choosing death over shame. To the south, the Vikings dared the Mediterranean. In 859, they raided the coasts of Spain, North Africa, and even reached Italy. But the sea was no ally here. Disease, heat, and unfamiliar shores weakened them. Still, they fought, for even in retreat, a Viking must die with pride. They ruled Normandy not with axes but alliances. The Frankish king granted land to Rollo, a Viking warlord, in exchange for peace. Rollo bent the knee, but never the will. His descendants would one day change Europe forever. One of them would be called William the Conqueror. But the Viking world, like all things, began to fade. Christianity seeped into their bones. Kings traded Odin's fury for the cross. The old gods were buried, not slain. Still, some resisted. Some clung to the ancient ways, fighting both crusaders and time itself. In 1066, one last roar shook the north. Harald Hardrada, a warrior king and former Varangian, sailed to claim the English crown. He died at Stamford Bridge, struck down before the Battle of Hastings would seal England's fate. With his fall, the Viking Age ended, not in surrender, but in a final, glorious stand. Yet their spirit never died. Their ships still haunt history's shores. Their names echo in our bloodlines. Their tales wrapped in ice and fire are told again and again. Not as villains. Not as myths. But as men who dared to shape the world with nothing but iron and will. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, subscribe to see our future videos. Share if you'd like to support the channel.